you see your son telling his friend कि हाँ ये bridge मेरे father ने बनाया. So there is nothing more you can ask for as a reward. Let me say it, then you tell me. Yeah, correct. Okay, so I'll start again. Which one? My. हाँ ठीक है, वो कर सकते. Hi, I'm Amal Kulkarni, presently working as a operation head for roads and bridges. And I was part of MTHL team, and my journey for MTHL started somewhere in monsoon of 2017. First time when we all went to the site, we realized that it is a massive, massive project in terms of quantum. Working in marine has its own challenges in terms of time, basically. So everything is tide and time dependent. There were periods when I used to reach home only in the night, and before everybody used to get up, I used to be at site again. Or we used to work continuously for 3-4 days, and then I used to go to some of the colleagues' place or sometimes in office, just take a shower and then go back to work. Initial 6 months, we all have faced a lot of cultural differences. So more than technical challenges, of course there were technical challenges, but more than technical challenges, there were certain soft skill issues which we had to take care of. But over the period, it was so smooth that my Korean project director always used to ask, at the end or finishing of the activities, he always used to say that he has become a professional coconut breaker, and the entire Korean team used to ask the puja material whenever we used to finish or we are on the verge of completion of any activity. So we all together used to perform puja at that site, and then we used to start all the major activities and finish the major activities. As an executor, as an project controls person, you have to take all of them together at the same pace, at the same level, and then run this entire show. That was one of the most difficult and challenging phase, I would say, in this project. When we started sailing smoothly on the project, suddenly in March 2020, COVID started. We managed the entire COVID scenario so well that the number of COVID affected people were very, very few. The world had come to an halt because of COVID, whereas we started picking up during the COVID period. When I was working at site and coming back home, mother was always vulnerable for infection. So I had to shift her to my sister's place. Because of me, my son was also infected with COVID. So these are the tools which I say that are working during the COVID. But then that's how the project was, and that's the demand of the project at that particular time. And by that time, when the COVID was over, we were actually at par with our counterparts in the project. As in, since this is a government project, a lot of media coverage and a lot of visits used to happen. So one such example I can remember is when we were closing certain deck portions and when we were erecting the last deck. Okay, there were a lot of dignitaries, media coverage. My own management, top management people were there in the boat, and the bridge deck was up there. And then, since it's a marine thing, a lot of adjustments and movement was happening, and you require patience. So all the technical people understand that you require a lot of patience to complete these activities. Whereas for the other people, they were just waiting that, yeah, when now it is lifted and now you are going to place it. But it takes its own time. So we were managing and answering the questions as why it is taking so much time, why it is being delayed, why. So that was a balancing act which we were doing it always. In this entire journey, when I was spending maximum time at project site, you know, my son, when I joined this particular project, my son was in 8th standard, and by the time I finished this project, he was in 12th standard. So there was a crucial period of his academics, that 10th and 11th, 12th. I could hardly devote much of my time along with him. So uh, I'm sure, and I know that he doesn't have much complaint about it. That's because the entire support system at home was there. After completion, or when we were about to complete it, I took my entire family to show at site at what we are actually doing. And when they saw the scale of the project, it is very easy to see it from TV or this thing, but then you actually visit site and visualize that what it is. Okay, then they realized that such a massive scale project, and it was completed well within time, and that is the reason I had to spend so much time at the project. You see your son telling his friend कि हाँ ये bridge मेरे father ने बनाया है. So there is nothing more you can ask for as a reward. So it is very, very proud feeling that you get when you see your son talking about this, or your wife talking about your bridge project with her friend. So that's the best reward you can actually expect from the project.